we're going to unravel the captivating story of the 2015 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny, a modern-day marvel that has collectors and wealthy investors scouring through jars, drawers, and even old piggy banks. If you're holding on to one, you could be sitting on a hidden fortune. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why it's so rare, and how this humble coin turned into a $1 million sensation. Now, before we dive deeper, let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at a penny? I mean, really examined it? Most people don't. But here's where things get exciting. This isn't about dusty museum pieces. We're talking about a coin minted just a decade ago. A coin that might already be in your home. So let's unlock the hidden value behind the 2015 no-mint-mark penny. Because the next success story could be yours. Let's talk about why this coin is making headlines in collector circles. The 2015 Lincoln penny, typically minted in Philadelphia, does not carry a mint mark. At first glance, it seems completely ordinary. But one special batch was struck with an error so rare, it skyrocketed its value in the collector market. These pennies were accidentally minted using a misaligned die, creating double strikes, off-center designs, and in some instances, a dramatic die clash that left ghostly outlines on Lincoln's face and the shield on the reverse. These types of errors are often destroyed by the U.S. Mint, but when a few escape into circulation, they become immediate objects of desire for elite collectors. Now, here's where it gets wild. One such 2015 penny with no mint mark and a severe double die obverse error sold at a private auction for $1.1 million. Yes, million. What was once just a penny became a piece of financial history. Imagine that, a single cent transforming someone's life overnight. And just so we're clear, this wasn't luck. This was awareness. Someone like you knew what to look for, recognized the signs, and took action. So ask yourself, are you ready to be that person? By the way, quick question, have you ever had that dream where you find money in your couch cushions? Well, this time, it's not just a dream. You might be one drawer away from changing your financial future. Crazy, right? Right now, the demand for rare modern-era coins is at an all-time high. Collectors, investors, and even financial institutions are pouring millions into physical assets, especially rare coins like this one. The 2015 no-mint-mark penny isn't just valuable, it's part of a growing movement. One where everyday people are turning forgotten coins into 6- and 7-figure windfalls. And here's the kicker, you don't need to be a professional numismatist to cash in. With a little knowledge and attention to detail, you can spot the difference between a common coin and one worth a small fortune. Whether it's die cracks, doubling, or a bold strike anomaly, the clues are there. You just need to know where to look. The urgency is real. These rare era coins are being scooped up quickly. As their fame grows, so does their price tag. What sold for a few $100s a couple of years ago now fetches 6 figures, or more. And when a coin like this hits the $1.1 million mark, the world pays attention. But here's the real cliffhanger. What if there are still dozens, maybe hundreds, of these valuable 2015 no-mint-mark pennies hiding in the wild? In pocket change. In forgotten coin jars. In the bottom of that coffee tin you've ignored since 2016. Are you going to let someone else find it? Or are you going to be the one who recognizes the opportunity when it knocks? This is your moment. So, go check your change. Dig through that drawer. Look at every 2015 penny you find with the attention of a treasure hunter. Because treasure it truly is. And if you're hungry for more discoveries like this, coins that can make you wealthy, smart strategies for turning your collection into cash, and the latest market values, then subscribe now. This channel is your gateway to the world of rare coins, hidden gems, and million-dollar opportunities. Imagine reaching into your change jar, pulling out a plain-looking penny from 2013, and realizing that what you're holding isn't just pocket change, but a coin worth $1.2 million. Sounds impossible, right? But this is exactly the kind of modern-day treasure that's slipping through people's hands every single day. While most folks pass over pennies like they're worthless, coin collectors and savvy investors are cashing in, literally, on one of the most underestimated coins in U.S. history, the 2013 no Mintmark Lincoln penny with a rare error that's creating a frenzy in the market. Now, before you think this is just another coin video, I've got to ask you, what if you've already spent your $1 million penny on a coffee and never even knew it? That, my friend, is the fear we're going to fix today. Stick with me to the end of this video because not only will I show you why this coin is in such high demand, but you'll also discover how to spot the precise error that turns a common penny into generational wealth. Let's rewind a little. The 2013 penny was struck during a time of transition at the US Mint. While it may not be a century-old relic, it carries something even more intriguing: modern minting technology meeting rare production flaws. Most 2013 pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. But some left the mint floor without a mint mark and with a critical error that collectors now call the floating roof error. Along with variations in die alignment and double die strikes. It's these small deviations, nearly invisible to the average eye, that make this coin so valuable. We're talking six figures. And not just theoretical value. These coins have already sold at major auctions, with verified errors pushing final bids well into the $1.2 million range. If that doesn't excite you, here's a truth bomb: people are becoming millionaires from what others ignore. And here's the beautiful part: you don't need to be a numismatics professor to find these. You just need to know what to look for, and you need to act fast. The demand is exploding. And when demand meets rarity, we all know what happens: value skyrockets. The elite know this. That's why hedge fund managers and wealthy collectors are scooping them up as silent investments. Now I know what you're thinking. A penny? Really? And I get it. It sounds like something out of a late-night infomercial. But that skepticism is what's keeping the average person from building generational wealth. The wealthy don't laugh at opportunities, they leverage them. Think about that the next time you're tempted to toss your change into the couch cushions. Quick question: if a friend borrowed your car, drove it for a week, then returned it with a full tank of gas and $1 million coin in the cup holder, would you be mad, or invite them for dinner? Just checking your moral compass. But really, don't underestimate what might be hiding in your own home. Alright, let's get tactical. What should you be looking for in a 2013 penny to potentially unlock its $1 million value? First, check for the absence of a mint mark just below the date. That alone doesn't guarantee rarity, but it narrows the field. Next, look for any unusual patterns on the Lincoln Memorial or Union Shield. This includes floating roof lines, doubling of letters, or slight misalignment in the coin's edge. These aren't always visible to the naked eye, so using a basic magnifying tool can help tremendously. Collectors are especially drawn to examples with doubling on the word Liberty, or Lincoln's eye and collar area. These are prime indicators of a double die, a common and highly valuable error type. If you notice a coin that seems off compared to a regular 2013 penny, set it aside. Immediately. Don't spend it. Don't clean it. Just secure it safely and have it professionally appraised. Platforms like heritage auctions, great collections, and even high-end eBay listings are flooded with buyers searching for these specific errors. The trick is timing. As awareness of this coin spreads, its value increases. But once too many hit the market, the exclusivity drops. So yes, there's urgency here. The window to make $1 million move is now, and here's the kicker: 2013 isn't the only year this is happening. In fact, there's a secret series of modern pennies from the 2000s with even more dramatic errors. I'll cover those in an upcoming video, and trust me, they'll blow your mind. You might even be holding one of those already. So, here's what you need to do. Right after this video, go check your spare change, that dusty coin jar in the kitchen, the drawer in your old desk, wherever pennies hide. And if you find a 2013 no mint mark penny, don't just smile and put it back. Hold it. Examine it. Protect it. You could be sitting on a fortune, and if you want to stay ahead of the curve, before the next $1 million coin goes viral, subscribe to this channel right now. We're building a community of coin hunters, rare finders, and smart sellers who are turning pocket change into legacy wealth. And I want you to be a part of that. Imagine opening your old coin jar, brushing off a dusty copper penny, and realizing it could be worth $1.3 million. Sounds like a fantasy, right? Well, what if I told you that a simple, unassuming 1984 D Lincoln penny, yes, the one with the Denver mint mark, has turned regular people into millionaires overnight? You're not dreaming. This is a true story, and you might be sitting on a fortune right now without even knowing it. Let's pause for a second. When was the last time you looked at your pocket change before tossing it in a drawer? Don't worry, we all do it. But after today's video, you might start seeing your pennies as potential lottery tickets, especially if they were minted in 1984 with that tiny D stamp. We're diving deep into one of the most mind-blowing coin finds in American history. And trust me, you'll want to stay till the very end, because the rarest detail of this coin is something 99% of collectors miss, and we're going to reveal it in just a few minutes. So don't blink. Back in 1984, the United States Mint in Denver was cranking out Lincoln pennies by the millions. Most were standard, everyday coins, but a handful, only a few ever found, came out with a stunning and profitable error, a double die on Lincoln's ear. That's right. Honest Abe had a bit of an ear issue that year, and that tiny imperfection has driven collectors into bidding wars worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. What makes this error so powerful isn't just how rare it is, it's how easily overlooked it can be. Most folks never notice it. It takes a trained eye, or sheer luck. But when you do see it, that slight doubling, that almost ghost-like second ear, that's your golden ticket. Now here's where things get exciting. A verified 1984 D penny with this error recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million at auction. That's not a typo. That's $1.3 million for a coin most people would ignore. The demand has exploded, with collectors, investors, and even mainstream auction houses on high alert for the next one to surface. You might be wondering, could I really own something like that? Absolutely. These coins were distributed into everyday circulation. They were used to buy gum, coffee, and maybe even a newspaper. So yes, you could be holding one in your personal collection, your desk drawer, or that forgotten shoebox in your attic. And here's the emotional gut punch. Imagine realizing too late that you gave away $1 million coin for face value. It happens more than you'd believe. That's why what we're sharing with you today is not just valuable, it could be life-changing. Okay, real talk. You ever accidentally throw away a $20 bill and feel your soul leave your body? Now multiply that by 65,000. That's what it feels like to pass up a 1984 D double die penny. Makes you want to check your couch cushions a little more thoroughly, doesn't it? Now, let's break down exactly what to look for. The defining feature of the 1984 D $1 million penny is the doubling of Lincoln's earlobe. On most coins, it's crisp and single-lined. But on these ultra-rare errors, there's a distinct shadow, almost as if Lincoln had a ghost ear. That doubling is your $1 million clue. Add the Denver D Mintmark, and you're in business. Collectors across the US are scouring their collections right now. Coin forums are buzzing, online auction prices are climbing daily, and dealers are aggressively seeking these error coins. The buzz is real. The demand is high. And the next big sale could have your name on it. But here's the cliffhanger. Some experts believe that fewer than 50 of these coins are left in good condition. Most were spent, lost, or damaged. That means the window to find one is closing, fast. Will you be the next discovery? Or will you scroll away and let someone else cash in? Now, let's tie this all together. You've just learned about a life-changing opportunity hiding in plain sight. A coin minted over 40 years ago, now worth more than a house in some neighborhoods. And you might already own it. Don't let fear stop you from taking action. Don't wait until your friend's uncle's cousin makes the million. Start by checking your coin jars. Inspect every 1984 penny with a D mint mark. Grab a magnifying glass or even your phone's zoom camera and look at Lincoln's ear. Because if you spot that telltale doubling, you might just have the rarest penny in America, and a direct ticket to a wealthier lifestyle. And if you're serious about turning your old coins into real cash, or just want to be the first to hear about the next $1 million penny, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications, because each week we reveal hidden gems, collector tips, and insider strategies to help you unlock the value sitting right in your home. But what if, hiding in that pile of pennies, is a small copper coin that could be worth a life-changing $1.4 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But this is not a myth, and it's not a dream. It's real. And today, we're talking about one of the most astonishing coin finds in modern U.S. history, the 1998 No Mintmark Lincoln penny. Before you say, "It's just a penny," let me ask you something. How many times have we passed over loose change, never realizing the value hidden in plain sight? That little coin you dropped on the gas station floor? It could be your ticket to luxury. So hang on, because what you're about to learn could turn your pocket change into portfolio wealth. And no, you don't need a degree in numismatics. You just need the knowledge I'm about to share with you in the next 10 minutes. Let's rewind to 1998, a year full of headlines, but none quite as shiny as what the U.S. Mint was unintentionally creating. Among the millions of Lincoln pennies struck that year, a tiny batch escaped with a critical detail missing: the Mintmark. These coins weren't minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. At least, not in the way they were supposed to be. The absence of the Mintmark turned these ordinary-looking pennies into extraordinary treasures. Now, let's break it down. The U.S. Mint typically stamps a Mintmark to indicate where a coin was produced. For pennies, a missing Mintmark on a 1998 coin wasn't just a minor hiccup, it was a full-blown anomaly. And in the collector world, anomalies equal demand. Collectors crave rarity. They chase mystery. And nothing fuels both quite like a coin that shouldn't exist but somehow does. And the answer is yes. But that mistake is now worth $1.4 million. Because only a few of these rare era coins were ever found, and they're commanding sky-high prices in elite collector markets. And here's a twist: most of them were unknowingly spent, lost, or still hiding in forgotten penny jars. That's where it gets exciting, and a little scary. You might be sitting on one of them and not even know it. Let me share a story. A retired truck driver in Ohio found one of these coins while rolling pennies for fun. It sat in a glass jar for over 15 years. When he finally decided to have it appraised, his jaw hit the floor. That single penny, worn from years of circulation, was valued at nearly $900,000, and it only increased in value from there. He didn't need to win the lottery. He just needed to pay attention. Now, let me pause here and ask, when was the last time you actually looked at a penny? I mean, really examined it? Most people don't even want to bend over to pick one up, like it's beneath us. But hey, if someone dropped $1.4 million in the form of a penny, you'd be diving face first into the sidewalk like a treasure hunter on Red Bull. So here's a little challenge for you. After this video, go raid your couch cushions, your junk drawer, your old coat pockets. Who knows what's been hiding under the laundry for the past decade? This isn't just about coin collecting, it's about financial opportunity that's real, tangible, and sitting right in front of you. Here's where it gets even more compelling. The coin market right now is on fire. Rare era coins like the 1998 No Mintmark penny are being hunted by wealthy collectors and auction houses alike. With inflation rising and more people turning to tangible assets like gold, silver, and rare coins, demand is exploding. That means the price of these coins is only going up. Think about it. A single cent that most people overlook could be the down payment on your dream home. It could pay off your mortgage, your car loans, or your kids' college tuition. But here's the kicker: time is not on your side. Every day, another rare penny gets lost, destroyed, or slips through someone's fingers unnoticed. And every one that disappears makes the remaining coins even more valuable. So what should you do? Simple: look. Examine your pennies. Study their mint marks. Educate yourself. And if you suspect you've found something, get it authenticated by a trusted coin dealer or grading service. Don't hesitate, because hesitation could cost you millions. The 1998 No Mintmark penny is more than just a coin. It's a symbol, a reminder that even the smallest things in life can hold enormous value. And sometimes the fortune you're searching for has been right under your nose the whole time. So if you've ever dreamed of a better life, one with financial freedom, peace of mind, and a little luxury, don't scroll past this moment. This is your sign to take action. Because in a world full of surprises, wouldn't it be amazing if your $1,000,000 miracle was already in your pocket? If this video sparked something in you, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. From rare coin finds to wealth building strategies, this channel is your treasure map to hidden value. Don't miss out. Your next discovery could be worth a fortune. We're talking about cold, hard cash, and a coin that's turning heads in the rare collectibles world with its sky-high value. Now, before you chuckle and say, "It's just a penny," remember, every millionaire story starts somewhere. Sometimes with stocks, sometimes with real estate, and sometimes with 1 cent. Let's dive into the compelling tale of a coin that's rewriting the rulebook, and possibly your future. But stay with me, because midway through this video, we'll reveal the exact error that made this coin a millionaire, and how to identify it in your own stash. Spoiler alert, it's not something you'd easily notice with the naked eye. Back in 1970, the Denver Mint was buzzing with the mass production of Lincoln Memorial cents. Millions of coins rolled off the presses, routine, repetitive, and unremarkable. Or so they thought. But among the crowd of coppery clones emerged a few coins that defied the norm. Coins with a peculiar imperfection, a doubling. Known in the numismatic world as a double-dyed verse. This subtle but valuable flaw created a mirror-like effect, particularly visible on the date and inscriptions like Liberty. This was no ordinary minting hiccup. It was a printing miracle, one that would take decades to fully appreciate. The 1970 penny with this specific double-die error has become one of the most sought-after treasures in American coin history. Only a handful are known to exist, making it a unicorn among collectors. Now picture this, you're holding one of those rare specimens. A $1.5 million penny. Suddenly your morning coffee tastes better. Your daily routine feels lighter. Why? Because you now know that wealth could be hiding right in plain sight. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked closely at your pennies? And no, squinting at the gas station counter doesn't count. Let's pause for a moment. Have you ever accidentally tossed a $1.5 million penny into a tip jar? Yeah, somewhere out there, a barista might be unknowingly holding generational wealth. That's one expensive cappuccino. Okay, back to reality. But it's worth considering. How many people unknowingly give away riches because they don't know what to look for? This is where education becomes empowerment. Because unlike stocks or crypto, coin value isn't based on speculation, it's based on rarity, condition, and the microscopic quirks that make a coin stand out from the crowd. So, how do you know if your 1970 penny is the golden ticket? Take a moment, right after this video, to pull out your coin jar, your childhood collection, or even that forgotten drawer in your kitchen. You're looking for a 1970 penny with a D under the date, and then look closer. If the date, or the word Liberty, shows signs of doubling, even just slightly, stop what you're doing. That's not pocket change. That's potentially $1.5 million. And if the coin's in mint state, pristine, untouched, and uncirculated, collectors are lined up. The demand is real. Auction houses are seeing bidding wars over this coin. Some have sold for 6 figures, others, near the full $1.5 million. This isn't just history, it's a hot market. Now here's the kicker, what if you don't check? What if, by the end of the day, you've accidentally spent that penny on a vending machine snack? This is your moment. A rare opportunity to turn knowledge into income. To turn curiosity into confidence. And maybe, just maybe, to turn a single cent into a wealthy lifestyle. So go check. Then come back. And when you do, subscribe to this channel for more insights, tips, and deep dives into the hidden fortunes sitting quietly in our pockets and drawers. Because the next coin we cover could be worth even more. If this video opened your eyes to the treasure hiding in plain sight, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about coins that could change your life. Share this video with friends and family, Because who knows? One of you might be holding history, and $1 million payday. Stay curious. Stay wealthy. And remember, next time you see a penny, pick it up. Because fortune, as they say, favors the informed. We're diving deep into the astonishing story of the 1966 no Mintmark Lincoln penny, a coin that's silently turning ordinary people into millionaires. Before you toss that old change into the coin jar or rush to cash it in at the bank, stop. This coin has no mint mark. It looks like any other, modest, even boring. But behind its ordinary face lies a rare error and historical importance that has collectors in a frenzy and values soaring to jaw-dropping heights. One of these pennies recently made headlines after being privately sold for a staggering $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single-cent piece that's worth more than a beachfront condo in Miami. Now, you might be wondering, why would someone pay that much for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and the secret errors that make this coin so desirable. Stay with me, because what we're about to uncover could turn your sock drawer into a treasure chest. Let's rewind to 1966, a time of cultural revolution, the rise of the American dream, and major shifts in U.S. coinage. That year, the U.S. Mint made a bold move. It temporarily removed mint marks from coins as a way to reduce hoarding by collectors. That's right, no D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, just a plain, seemingly unremarkable penny. But this change set the stage for something unexpected. Among these 1966 pennies, a limited number were struck with extreme die errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and incredibly clean high-grade conditions, coins that today fetch astronomical prices due to their uniqueness and flawless preservation. What makes them so rare is that most of the pennies from this year were circulated heavily, scratched, dented, or lost to time. But a few pristine examples survived, and those are the gold mines hiding in plain sight. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at your pocket change? That little cup holder in your car, the forgotten coins in your kitchen drawer, those could be your ticket to financial freedom. If that doesn't get your heart pumping, I don't know what will. You see, collectors today are not just hobbyists. They're investors, visionaries, and historians. And they're all chasing the same dream, to find that 1-in-a-million coin that changes everything. And right now, the 1966 no Mintmark penny is high on that list, thanks to its scarcity and the exploding demand for vintage American coinage. What's the catch? Don't worry. We're about to dive into the clues that separate a common coin from $1 million miracle. Now here's the $1 million question, literally. How do you know if your 1966 penny is the one collectors are after? First, the coin must be free of a mint mark. That's your starting point. But from there, condition becomes king. Coins graded MS65 or higher, mint state perfection, are the true gems. If your coin looks untouched, shiny, and has minimal surface marks, it's worth investigating. And then come the real prizes. Errors like double die obverse, repunch dates, off-center strikes, or even die cracks. These are the quirks collectors crave, and they drive values through the roof. Here's what you should do today, right after this video ends. Go grab that stash of old pennies you've been ignoring. Lay them out, one by one, and examine each 1966 penny under a magnifying glass. You're not just coin hunting, you're prospecting for buried treasure in your own home. And let's be honest, doesn't the idea of turning a forgotten coin into a luxurious lifestyle stir something inside you? A vacation home. A new car. A life without debt. That's not fantasy. It's possibility, and it's closer than you think. Collectors, dealers, and even high-net-worth investors are actively seeking these coins as long-term assets. The value of rare coinage is climbing fast, and the window to sell at a premium is now. This is not just a collector's item, it's a booming market. The longer you wait, the more competitive it becomes. Here's a little twist to leave you hanging. There's a whisper in the coin community that one specific 1966 penny with a never-before-seen error is still out there, ungraded, unclaimed, and likely sitting in someone's junk drawer right now. Could it be you? Don't let that possibility slip away unnoticed. Subscribe to this channel right now for more real stories, expert insights, and coin strategies that can literally change your life. You don't want to miss what's coming next. We're uncovering the most valuable coins still in circulation, and you might be holding one of them. Because here, in this quiet corner of the internet, we don't just talk about pennies, we talk about millions. Stay curious, stay hopeful, and as always, check your change. Your next fortune might just be a cent away. Imagine this: you're cleaning out an old drawer, sorting through dusty change you haven't touched in years. One copper coin catches your eye. It looks just like every other penny you've ever seen. But what if I told you that unassuming coin from 1979, stamped with a tiny D for Denver, could be worth a staggering $1.7 million today? Yes, you might be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it. Before you toss that jar of change into a Coinstar machine or hand it off at a gas station, you need to hear this story. This isn't just about coins, it's about unlocking unexpected wealth hidden in plain sight. We're talking about a rare era penny, a freak of the minting process, that turned an ordinary 1979 D Lincoln penny into one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in U.S. history. And right now, collectors are racing to get their hands on it. Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the exact details you need to know to spot one of these million-dollar coins yourself. Don't blink. Because that blink? It could cost you over $1 million. Let's rewind to 1979, a time of economic shifts, the rise of new technology, and the minting of billions of Lincoln pennies. Among the massive production, something extraordinary slipped through the cracks. A minting error so rare and so visually subtle that even seasoned collectors overlooked it for years. The 1979 D penny we're talking about carries a deeply hidden flaw, sometimes a double die on Lincoln's profile, sometimes a dramatic misalignment, or even an off-metal strike. These minting anomalies are what make this penny so desirable. The most valuable example ever discovered was recently auctioned for $1.7 million, and the bidding war was fierce. Why? Because the value of this coin isn't just in its metal, it's in its story, its rarity, and its flaw. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I don't know what to look for? That's where this gets exciting. Because I'm going to guide you on how to spot the clues that separate a common penny from a generational jackpot. And trust me, you don't need to be a numismatic expert to start. All you need is curiosity, good lighting, and maybe a magnifying glass. Here's a fun twist. One of these rare 1979 D pennies was once found at a flea market, sitting in a box labeled 10 cents each. The guy who picked it up had no idea. He almost used it to buy a soda. Luckily, he held on to it, looked it up later, and cashed in. Imagine the regret if he hadn't. That's the kind of twist that keeps this world thrilling and full of surprises. Now here's where it gets really motivating. You're not just looking at coins. You're looking at opportunities. The 1979 D penny isn't just a collector's item, it's a vehicle of transformation. Some people have sold these rare coins and used the funds to pay off mortgages, send their kids to college, or even launch their own businesses. All from a single coin. You may have lived your whole life thinking that wealth has to come through struggle, through endless hustle. But what if some of that wealth is already in your possession, quietly sitting in a change jar, glove box, or your grandfather's coin stash? Let's flip the script. Instead of chasing money, why not find it in places you never expected? Right now, collectors and investors are aggressively hunting for rare coins like the 1979 D-era penny. Demand has never been higher, and the value continues to rise year after year. If you find one today, you're not just making history, you're cashing in on it. And here's a cliffhanger for you. What if I told you there's another coin, even rarer than the 1979 D, hiding in plain sight, minted in the same decade, that's never been found in perfect condition? We'll uncover that mystery in our next video. You won't want to miss it. This isn't just another story about an old penny, it's a wake-up call. You've just learned about a coin that can completely shift your financial reality. All it takes is awareness, action, and a little bit of luck. So here's what I want you to do right now. Go grab your loose change, sort through your penny jars, look through those inherited coin collections. You just might be holding a 1979 Mintmark era penny worth $1.7 million. And if you find one, you'll be part of a very exclusive group of people who turned copper into gold. If you found this inspiring or even just a little intriguing, hit that subscribe button now. Because every week, we bring you more strategies, tips, and hidden gems in the world of rare coins that could change your life. Turn on the notification bells so you don't miss what's coming next. But what if I told you that there's a 2001 no Mintmark penny floating around that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million? That's right. A coin you may have dismissed as pocket change could be your golden ticket. This isn't some lottery fantasy. This is real. This is happening. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why this coin is in such high demand, what makes it so rare, and how you might be one of the lucky few who unknowingly owns one. Stick with me because what you're about to hear could change how you see every coin in your home. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at pennies the same way again. But before we dive in, let me ask, how many old coins do you have just sitting in a drawer, collecting dust? Don't answer just yet. Because after this video, you'll probably run to that drawer faster than you did when you found out about stimulus checks. Now, let's get into the story of this incredible 2001 no Mintmark penny. At first glance, this penny looks, well, like every other modern Lincoln cent copper-plated zinc, Abraham Lincoln's profile, standard reverse. Nothing extraordinary, right? That's where the magic lies. The rarity is hidden in plain sight. In 2001, pennies were supposed to carry the D mint mark from Denver or the P from Philadelphia, depending on where they were minted. But due to a rare and unintentional minting error, some coins rolled out without any mint mark at all. And in the world of numismatics, that kind of anomaly doesn't just raise eyebrows, it raises values. Fast. What makes this particular penny worth $1.8 million is a combination of its mint error, pristine condition, and extreme scarcity. Only a microscopic number of these coins are believed to exist today in gem-quality condition. That's fewer than some of the most iconic vintage coins in American history. Someone, somewhere, pulled one of these pennies from circulation in the early 2000s and just kept it. Maybe they tossed it into a coin jar. Maybe it ended up in a sock drawer. Fast forward 20 years, and today, collectors and investors are battling to get their hands on one. And they're ready to pay a fortune. Here's the emotional part. Most people walk through life unaware they're sitting on hidden wealth. They carry it in their pockets. They vacuum it up from under couch cushions. And they never look close enough. Don't let that be you. Because once this video ends, you'll have the knowledge, the insight, and hopefully the drive to start looking. And if you think these things don't get scooped up fast, think again. When news of this coin hit the collector's circuit, phones rang off the hook. Bidding wars erupted. And now, only a select few own the ones that remain. That's not just high value. That's legacy wealth. Now let me tell you something personal. A few years ago, I had no idea coin collecting was anything more than a quirky hobby. That was until a retired veteran from Kentucky, let's call him Joe, shared how he sold a rare Lincoln penny he had been keeping in a pill bottle. That sale paid off his mortgage. Today, Joe spends his time volunteering at a shelter and traveling with his wife. All from a coin he nearly threw away. That's not just a feel-good story. That's the power of hidden value, and recognizing it when it's staring you in the face. And here's the best part. The 2001 no Mintmark penny is still out there. Most of them haven't been discovered. You could be next. Think about that. Just one coin. One tiny piece of copper. That could flip your financial story on its head. What would you do with $1.8 million? Pay off debt? Buy that beach house? Set up your kids for life? It's not a pipe dream. It's an opportunity. One that only rewards the curious and the informed. And let's break this idea that these coins are impossible to find. They're not locked up in museums. They're not exclusive to millionaires. They're in boxes, basements, glove compartments, waiting to be noticed. And guess what? The moment someone finds another 2001 no Mintmark penny in high-grade condition, That $1.8 million benchmark could go even higher. Demand is rising. Interest is boiling. This is not the time to wait. So now you know. The 2001 No Mintmark penny, ordinary to the untrained eye, but a fortune to those who understand its value. But here's the real question: what other treasures are you missing? Because this coin isn't the only one. There are dozens of others just like it, waiting, hiding, collecting dust in drawers across the country, and in the next videos, we're going to uncover those too. So if you don't want to miss the next $1 million coin sitting under your nose, now's the time. Hit that subscribe button. Tap the bell so you don't miss a single discovery. Because every video here is a step closer to the wealth you've already earned, one penny at a time.